Okay, I'm going through this today because it's really important. Okay, so whatever you're doing, put it away. You need to focus. It is important that you establish what you have today. Today. Because if you don't do it today, then it becomes your fault. Okay, and that sounds a little dramatic, but you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so all of these things are going to be things that get checked out to you today. This is your art supplies that are yours for the semester. Remember we said at the end of the semester, you're going to check them back in, like a library book. Okay, so you can think about like, it's like a long-term rental, so to speak. Okay, you're going to get this pouch. All of the pouches have different colors. Some of them have the rainbow stripes like this, and some of them have solid color stripes. And I'm going to write down in the checkout form what color you have. Okay? The whole point in me getting different colors of these is so that we can tell them apart. So I would recommend that you do not choose the same color as your Art 2 BFF who is next to you, because then they're going to get mixed up. Right? Okay? Within this pouch, there are all sorts of cool things for you. Okay? There's an eraser, there's a little pencil sharpener, there is a set of drawing pencils, okay? One of which is an HB pencil, which if you remember your pencil trivia from Art 1, HB and number 2 pencil are the same things, right? So don't get confused by that. That one just looks like a regular pencil. The rest of the drawing pencils have their little grades on them, so 2B, 6B, 4H, etc. Okay? There are 2 Sharpies in this set. There's a skinny one, which is an ultra fine, and there's a not as skinny one, which is technically a fine point. That name is misleading. That's on Sharpie. That's not my fault. And then there are a set of paintbrushes. Okay, there are 6 of them. They are each different. So if you want to think about it, there are 3 flat ones and there are 3 round ones. Okay, they're all different though. So you need to make sure that you have the right ones. They should be checked in correctly from last semester, but today is your day to double check. Just like, you know, when you go through the drive-thru and you get your food and you check the order in the bag before you pull away from the window, because if you pull away from the window and you get all the way home and you realize it's wrong, it's too late, right? So you're gonna check. And everything that you are getting checked out to you is listed on this little inventory sheet, which is conveniently sized so that you can leave it in your pouch, okay? So that every time you put your stuff away, you can take attendance, make sure you have everything, okay? In addition to what's in this set, you are also going to get a set of Prismacolor colored pencils. If you know what Prismacolors are, they are the expensive ones, okay? So make sure you have everything. There are 12 in this set, and this is really important. You need to keep this plastic case. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You need to keep the plastic case. It is important. Now, here's the thing about the plastic case. We are going to check it back in just like this, in the set, in the case like this. Okay, but people always ask, well, can I take the pencils out and keep them in my pouch? Well, technically, you can. You still have to keep the case because you're going to check it in the case, okay? You can put them in your pouch if you want, but caution. I think in the case, it's easier to see if you have all 12. You can just clearly glance at it. It's really obvious if one's missing, okay? If you are somebody that loses pencils easily, I would keep them in this case for that reason, so that you can easily check and see, oh, one's missing. Oh, right, it's on the table over here. I need to grab it and put it back. If you put them in here, you're not going to see if one's missing very obviously like that. Okay? Now, some people can handle that, and that's fine. I will leave that up to you. You know yourself best. But I'm telling you now, you need to keep this. Okay? Do not come to me at the end of the semester and say, oh, I didn't know. I threw it away on the second day. Okay? I cannot buy a new case without having the whole set replaced. That's why it's important that you maintain this case. Okay? Questions on the pencils? Okay. The third thing you're going to get is a paint tray. Okay. This has a lid. The lid is not the most durable, tough thing in the world, so please do not be the Hulk when you take this lid off the tray, okay? But the lid is crucial because the lid will allow you to keep your colors from day to day. So you don't just have to like throw them away and then waste and get new ones every day, okay? Also, if you need to take your paints home, you can have the lid and you can take them home without getting them on everything, right? So that is the point of the lid, okay? You do need to keep the lid. It is important. So if I were you, when you get your stuff today, I would take a piece of masking tape, okay? In fact, I would take 3 pieces of masking tape. I would put one on the lid with your name, write your name with a Sharpie on a piece of masking tape. I would put one on the bottom of your tray, and then I would put another one on your pencil set, okay? So your name on 3 things. The rest of this stuff, you don't have to put your name on every little pencil, but you're responsible for it, okay? This set, if you were to lose everything, is over $50 worth of stuff that you would have to pay to replace. So it's important that you keep track of it, okay? The recommended place, what I would recommend that you do is keep it in your backpack and or keep it in your locker. Those are gonna be the safest place. It needs to come to class with you, okay? Technically speaking, not today, because it's too much for today, but eventually you will get a cubby space that you can like keep your project in and stuff like that. People always ask me, can I keep my supplies in there? Well, technically, I'm not gonna stop you from doing that, but you are responsible for all this stuff. That is a very not secure location, okay? There is no bouncer back there, there is no security guard, there are no cameras back there watching everything. So if somebody, even just good-naturedly by accident, grabs stuff out of your case, I can't do anything about that except say, I'm sorry, you still have to be responsible for it, okay? So use the cubby space at your own risk, all right? The safest place, what I am officially recommending, is in your backpack or in your locker. Any questions about supplies? Okay, people always ask, well, what happens if I like run out, like if my Sharpie dries out, or if I use up my entire drawing pencil, okay? If you use up a supply, like you sharpen your pencil all the way down, it's a little nub, I can replace that for you. I want you to use the supplies, that's what they're there for, right? But if you lose it completely, I am not replacing that for you, that's on you. Okay, do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay, cool. So, turn this off.